Hey guys and girls, welcome back to another beautiful video on this beautiful channel on this beautiful day. How you guys and girls doing? Hope you're doing great as always. Oops.
Oops. Yeah, there you go.
Today's content
is printing out stuff to the screen. You're gonna be printing out screen, and we have different clothes on. That's because we split the video in half since it was too long, in case you're wondering. But yeah, still, content's gonna be great. Hope you enjoy it. All right. Now we're gonna create the main function. Now this is the heart of any C++ program, because when C++ the compiler starts to translate your text, it's gonna look for an entry point, it's called, and that is your main function. It's always gonna look for main, and wherever it finds main, it will understand here is the program start, and it will look for the end of main, and it'll say this is the program end. Whatever happens in that part is your program. You understand? All this included stuff is fine, but whatever happens is main. That is your actual program.
But otherwise, what do you write?
You don't write anything. It's always main.
It's always main. Oh,
it's always main. You have to write main. That's a have to. And the way you write main is you start by writing int, and then you want to write space, and this is the name of your function.
Or should I write space?
No, just click a space. And this is the name of the function. And what we're writing now is a function header. This is the head of a function. Every function has a head and a body. So you write main here.
Main.
It has to be main. So I want you to write 2 parentheses after this. And you know how to write parentheses?
Please, I've used a computer before.
Try. You need to use shift. Good. So it made it one for you right there. Yeah. So it's like Word, right? Sometimes it helps you out. Good. Now this is your function header. Now the next thing you want to do is create the function body. Okay. And the way you create a function body is to use curly braces. You know what curly braces are?
Yeah, I've seen those.
Just have your curls. You need to use altgr.
Where are they? Altgr.
Good, but not inside those though. Oh. Sorry, you should do it outside. So that will be the head and the body separated, okay? And then 7.
Where are those?
7. Good. Nice. Now you can keep it like this if you want, but remember, we do a lot of things to simplify, right?
Always simplify.
Yeah, to make it clean for yourself. So what you want is you want an enter right there. Okay? So you'll have your head and your body. Okay? You don't want...
Yeah, you like heads.
Yes. You don't want a lot of these because your neck will be like this, right? You want your body close.
What if I want a neck
like
that?
You know, you look weird, but...
You still love me, right?
I still love you. You'll still love this main function, but it won't help you read it. So what you want to do is you want to make 2 new lines in here. Good. This is your body. So this symbol signifies the start of the body. This is the end of the body. But this won't end the program for you. So I just want you to write something here which will tell your program bye-bye. At this point, I'm going to end. Okay? So write return and then a space, and then 0. So we're going to return it. The code 0. The 0 is used as a code here, saying exit successful. Okay, so we're telling the program exit was successful at this point. And remember, you use a semicolon to end all your... Good, very nice. And now I have to explain, since we read from top to bottom, anything you write after you return 0
won't be read.
Yeah, it won't be read because you'll have exited your program at that point, at this line number. You see 7? Yeah. At point 8, nothing's gonna happen. So where should you write your program? Yes, exactly. Not right there. Probably want to do that so you can read. But okay. But you could technically write it here all the way in one line. But we don't want to do that. We want to write it right there. Because you can't read it. It's hard to read.
Why? Okay,
because you're dumb. No. Cutie. Okay, you know what you want to do here? You want to write your program. So what did we say we were going to do? We're going to create an application that prints something out to the screen. And remember, yes, we included the in-out stream, right? Good. So I want you to write cout. And this is the function we use to print out to the screen.
Cout.
Yeah. The C, I don't remember what it says, but the out part is output. Okay. Am I right? Yeah. So there's also a function called cin for input. Okay, cout, cin. You get it?
Makes sense.
Yeah. And I want you to note this. So this std cout is how you would have to write this otherwise. But we included this, or we did this statement here using namespace std, which tells your program basically that ignore all this. You don't ever have to write std ::. That's basically what we did. That's to make your life a little easier. So you don't have to write std ::, cout all the time.
Always simplify.
Okay, yeah, simplify for yourself. Good. This isn't always good to use, but in this case, it's fine. I want you to note this file is coming from IOStream. This function is coming from IOStream. So if we didn't include this before, it wouldn't have worked because it wouldn't find this function. But since we included it, the book from the library.
Oh, that's the library.
Analogy. Remember that?
That's the book.
That's the book. Yeah, we included. So that is included from this place.
Library.
Yes. And it's also, it's said here, cout, let's see, cout.
Wait, so different libraries have different language or what?
Not languages, same language. For C++, there are different books. Yeah. It has different functionalities people have written.
And you know every
No, we don't know.
library.
No. Nope, not at all. You saw how many there were when you tried it? Yeah.
That's why I was asking.
Yeah, no, we don't. So that's the thing, but you just want to use the ones you want. So in this case, our program is small. We just want to print out to the screen. We're just using one library. Good. So cout. Then you want to do 2 left arrows. Boom, boom. This is the start of your output stream. So this is what you want to do. Now I want you to write whatever you want into quotation marks. It could be anything.
I want?
Could be anything. It could be funny. It could be mean. It could be very sexist.
How did you know?
I know you. Okay, so we're lying here to you guys today.
You know,
Sorry about that. Sorry about that.
Oh, wait.
Almost. That's a good guess, but you want to do it the other way because the output stream is always gonna use the same type of arrows when you want to divide things up. Okay, you can use as many of these as you want between all the words if you want to divide it up.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, you don't want to do that because it's stupid, but you could if you wanted to. But that's why we use these. I'm just saying because they should be the same way always. When you're printing out, they should always be this way. Okay, so I want you to do 2 of those, and I want you to write end here. And which one of these do you think ends the line for us? Which one gives the computer a new line to print out? It should be up on the top there. Which one of these do you think?
Endl.
Endl. Okay, yeah, that stands for end line. Okay, good job,
Yeah,
good guess. Very good, very good. Now we want a bunch of spaces here, so space, 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 just to make it clean and readable. And I want you to do there's something missing here. What do you think is missing?
Oh, I know.
Good.
Aha!
Very nice. Perfect. So this is one statement. Now what will happen is your program will include this. It will come down here. We'll say, okay, she's lazy. She doesn't want to write std, but we'll use this namespace. Now we're in this namespace. And then it'll come here. Oh, we found the int function. It's supposed to be here. Good. The start of the body. It's going to say, oh, she wants to print something out. Okay, cout. Okay. So what does she have in the stream? Start of the stream. She wants to print this line out. Fine. Another part of the stream. Oh, she ends the line. Semicolon. All right, she's done with printing stuff out. You get it? You're kind of getting how it's reading this?
Yep.
This is how it's reading this. And it goes to the next line. Okay, end of the line, next line.
Bye-bye.
Return. Oh, sad.
Shit.
She wants to quit. Okay. End of the function. There's nothing after that. Boom. Done. So that's pretty much your problem. Or program. Not your problem. What you want to do now is Ctrl+S. Right,
Ctrl+S.
to save it. And press that green play button.
Local Windows debugger.
Yes. Very good. And your line is there. Nice. Right? Good. And you see that new line created after that? Boom. Very nice. Yeah. Good. And I want you to press any key to close this window. Now, that was one line. Now, before we end the video, I want you to just see the difference between a few things. Okay. So you understand. Now, what you would have probably done is you would have marked this Control, cut, or copy, paste, right? That's what you would have done. What you could do is you could see the shortcut here, Control C, Control V. Okay? But we're not even going to do that. We're going to do even more pro stuff. So I want you to do Control D.
Control D. Hey!
It duplicated the whole line. You see that?
Ooh.
Yeah. And I want you to write something else here. I just want you to write whatever you want. Your name. Just write your name.
I'll be boring this time.
Yeah. Good. Ctrl+S and then run it again.
Ctrl+S. Local Windows debugger.
And once that's run, you'll see a new line. You see that?
Cool.
And to show you something, I want you to close this, and I want you to remove this end line, just the end line and the 2 arrows. Good. One more arrow, remove that, and that space as well, you can remove that. Good. So now I want you to Control S and run it, but I want you to guess what's gonna happen. Okay? So if we run,
it's gonna be on the same line.
Let's see.
Because end line isn't there,
oh,
so yay!
Good, very good. You're learning. Very nice, very nice. So you see that just because we put this on another line, that didn't give it automatically a new line. This end line puts in a new line character in here, which tells the computer, okay, I want a new line after this. You understand? That's why we have to use it. Okay? If we put Jutti above here instead of below, what would happen? How would the text come out?
Oh, sorry, again.
if we put this line, if we cut this
and paste it above.
And paste it here, how is the text gonna show?
It's gonna be enter because end line of the Jutti, so this will appear on the second line.
So try that. Control S. And this is gonna be the last thing we do. We'll run this. Jutti. You see how it reads from up to top to bottom? So it takes everything it finds on the top and then goes down. Good. And you see there's no end line after that. It just... See?
I only have one question.
Good, yeah.
How do you remember all this?
You just
it's
have
so
to.
complicated. Like you want to, wow.
You just work with it.
Wow,
and
you guys have a talent.
Thank you.
You're
thank
not
you. There you go.
bad
You
either.
hear that? Yeah, there you go, guys. There you go. Thank you very much. So that's how it is. It's like learning any language, right? You just have to work with it. So that's how we learned this, and now you know a piece of it as well. Good job. Good job today.
Thank you.
In the next one, we're gonna work with some input from your keyboard, and we're gonna print some stuff out again and see how much you remember. Okay? It's gonna be fun. All right. Stay tuned for that. Hopefully you like this video. Check out the description box and all that stuff. And yeah, just drop like, subscribe as well if you like the content. All right. But for so long.
Don't leave me hanging.
Okay. High five. All right. Bye bye, guys. Take care.
Bye.
Peace.